was never broken to begin with. Funny. I'm gonna keep buying these controllers, and it turns out I have to actually turn the controller off, hook it up, then turn it back on. But honestly, with all the small issues I've been having with this controller, it is nothing compared to buying an official PlayStation controller and it drifting. This one, boy, I might just get double of these controllers. Well, that was one of the issues, but like I said, small price to pay.
Goddess speed.
Now, I would just go back to my old file and go back to the way things used to be, but we are going to try to do a little bit of aftermath. So, we're using every single item that I have ever come across during this speed run. Or, you know, from the last, from the last speed run. Let's see, what can I look at here? And I looked very carefully at all the stuff that, what's this? Don't know if that one was even possible. I don't think we get ice spells. We do get a priest. Like, this one could be done pretty early if you can catch the, that's kind of up to RNG, honestly. This one's also up to RNG.
Take care.
Oh, also making a bunch of mat trays just for the sake of making mat trays is something important too. You have to just do 15 of these.
Bye-bye.
And it kind of just comes down to what you can buy from the duck shop, really.
What do you want, huh?
There are a couple of key things you want to get. You absolutely want to be able to, a Titan belt is something that can drop if you're really lucky. For the first few times that you have to come across the Haxoruses. You fight 3, and there's a chance, and they're pretty generous about dropping it, but it's not something that can happen. Otherwise, you have a playthrough with just 1 Titan belt. Not the end of the world, but it just means that, you have to switch your Titan belt user from, your sword and shield person to Maya, who can fly and take care of Atlas. Meteorite Bracer is something that you would have to go out of your way to get, so that'd be one of the items you get. That is something that you have to absolutely buy. Thought about getting a Raging Ruby. You have to get pretty lucky to get that, and it doesn't really benefit. A Reckless is something that does show up if you're really lucky with some of the monsters. You can get it as soon as the first fight when you meet Maribel and Ruff. If you're lucky, you can get a couple of these even, if you're lucky. But stuff that actually does damage, it really depends. Because let's just say critical hits also count as raising your damage output. Or magic, but let's be real, you're going to only have one person using magic in the first place to actually do damage, because they're the only few people that can actually restore their MP in a different manner compared to just naturally. And you're going to... Like even something like Beckoning Veil, like you kind of just don't want to spend time upgrading anything. A gold ring isn't too bad to carry around. It's something that you will come across, I've all come across before, without buying anything. And you just slap it on just for a little bit of extra defense, which for some people might just be like a 1% difference or something. Gold Bracer is actually pretty more useful than most people believe, because most people don't know that you can block and attack at the same block and attack at the same time to reduce damage and survive crucially fatal blows and stuff like that. And it's almost worth upgrading, because you do get another increase just from one tiny little upgrade if you want to spend the time to doing that. Kamigai Bracer, not really so useful. That's not really so useful. This is pretty important. It's a tough decision, as it's a tough guy tattoo. You really want to have it on like maybe 2 or just 1 person. Safety wise, you would just have it on 1 person. Today we're going to actually just test out the Tough Guy Tattoo because it's something that I've always mentioned about how useful it is, but actually applying it, because the difference between applying it in a group and applying it in a combat situation. Like, applying it on the field isn't so bad. That's your first step of actually getting used to using it. It really is just using a lot of normals, a lot of your best strong normals. And let's think about it. When you're using your normals, you're going to be safer attacking anyway, because you'll be holding the block button, doing attack strings, but not the special attack string. Agility Ring is a very interesting item. It can be useful. It really can be when it comes to dodging and stuff like that, because you have to be careful about how much money you spend anyway. You want to have enough money, and when I use the Sword and Shield, I know I can steal Terry's weapon pretty early and just save myself some cash. So that's why she's kinda Sword and Shield, and that, and having one of the best tag tricks in the game that just saves your teammate from taking direct damage. It's not really good if you're trying to trade for an AoE type of thing, so it's like, not much to do about that. Let's see, longer. And not to say that these equipment have to stay on the character. You can switch between whether using it or not, and that just takes like a few seconds to switch in between using a Tough Guy Tattoo on or off, depending on the situation. But more than likely, you're going to probably always have it on, and you're going to have to find a nice healthy balance between getting your MP back and hoping that your mage doesn't blow up all his MP. Let's see, Agility Ring, because you're going to be spamming the heck out of the third tier lightning, and what's going to happen. If you can find a good group of enemies, you can get a lot of your MP back almost instantly. Let's see, Agility Ring, we've already explained about that. Long Girder is, it's a sleeper hit is what it is. It stops you from getting stumbled at least 50% of the time. And that can be useful for certain boss fights, particularly the Trolls or Atlas. Atlas not so bad because it doesn't attack you right away, but the Trolls kind of do, and there are enemies that will do that to you. Abdomen Pendant, I mean, I guess it does affect your attack power, because we're going to account deficit as a form of raising your attack power to some extent. The Reckless actually has a lot to it. Believe it or not, it has attack and dexterity. The Raging Ruby it's interesting. It's dependent on, oops, didn't mean to do that. The question is, what can we buy? Strength Drink is very interesting to get. Before, I was going to get to it, but we have to fight Fractos, and Fractos debuffs you very, very rapidly. I mean, there is a way around it, but normally you can't really do that. Prayer Ring is essentially an amazing item. What allows you to do more MP, and it makes the Tough Guy Tattoo even easier to run. I would probably put all of my investment into the Prayer Ring alone, just to make it just a bit more tolerable, just to gain a little bit of NP, which is a high consideration. But then if I did that, I wouldn't be able to use something like the Meteorite Bracer, which essentially raises the damage output. And Thunder is a pretty quick spell to begin with. It's always been a very quick spell. Compared to Boom, that has a lot of ending lag to it. But getting used to Ruff's normals is going to be funny. I mean, there were just a few moves that I kind of used, because obviously his point is moving and attacking at the same time. And at that last hit, you're able to jump or dodge. And that can hurt in some applications. Gonna have to experiment with that.
Let's go.
Let's see, I don't think they had... Let's just show a quick difference between the Meteorite Bracer. That is also your own timing. With some powerful charges. And granted, we're going to be needing a lot of MP later on because it's not exactly something that you can just keep spamming, obviously. But being able to cast them a lot more does allow to have effectively more damage. So that's one of those special cases. So anyone who has a charge attack can really capitalize on it. You're going to get the most output from him because AoE and stuff like that are really useful. Or any other magic user. But he's going to be the only magic user. He used to be our magic user, but his breath attack doesn't really count as magic to my understanding. It's like a unknown... It's unknown, because there are like 3 types of damage you can do. Physical, magical, and unknown. And the other one needs a tough guy attack too in order to power it up. So I could run things like breath and actually do some major damage. If I really want to be about, try that. Because a close quarters play would be powerful. And let's see... Before I used to run magic with her, initially because a straight shot, fully powered sizzle is nice damage. But really, it just comes down to how quickly could I get to level 2 for it, get Sword Stand, and just start mutilating opponents, and just be alternating between the two. That's kind of what it is. Flam Dang Dingo is okay, it's just for building meter, really. You would probably alternate between these two, or find some way to keep repeatedly using Sword Dance over and over again, and just catch up on a lot of major damage, essentially. Because it's essentially double. Look at it, it's just double. It means it's double the power, I assume. But we're gonna test this out. That's what we're gonna do. It just takes another healthy amount of balancing. So aside from my weapons, I haven't bought anything extra. We're just gonna stuck with the evasion orb because 5 points in evasion is something that allows us to dodge stuff. I know she needs a lot of protection when she's in the air, even though she has evasion. So the slime ring won't be any useful to us whatsoever. Now, let's see. Technically, she could run a slime ring because Helix has 2 conditions to pop out. When someone's at low health, he'll do a heal, or if somebody's in a stun state, which is what she can cause. So I might actually have to replace the gold brick. And she gets an ability that just raises her defense when it comes to blocking. So gold bracer may not be necessary for her. I might just keep that just for Helix to come in and just do the multi-tentacle attack. I'm going to do it here because I'm going to be doing some magic mazing and doing the dungeons. But getting close to 20, getting close to 15 on one of the party tricks is not too bad. Oh, and with Tough Guy Tattoo, you can't just recover your NP normally. We have to rely on the very limited healing that we have, which is still speedrun friendly. It's that you don't get a good boost in your, let's see. Does it show off what tasks I have completed? Quest, okay. Now, this one is possible to get. It's a little annoying, because the hackers just have to drop it. So you can get it pretty early. This one is an interesting one because you do have to go into the desert twice, by the way. And in that time you can take care of like the Smoldering Rocks quest, which I don't think was actually worth a damn, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look at my videos again to double check that, but I don't think it was totally worth it. And I don't think this was worth it either. So I could ignore these quests. This was actually important. The ores you can get You can eventually get the ores after fighting those slime knights in the frozen section when you meet Angela and Jessica. Perma Snow is kind of an RNG type of thing. You get it from the Yetis that you come across. You can get it from a field drop if you're very lucky. A sparkling drop. But I would say this one you get just before you have to help out the queen. So it all be in line, and you can get it all in one go. And you can, funny enough, and let's experiment with that one right there. Let's just say you have to take care of a king slime, technically. You would teleport here. Before I would teleport in the middle, but I wanted to save time, so this is what you would do. And I've done this before when it comes to, you're going to see some newer monsters because this is a star game now. This game's completed, so all the advanced monsters will show up. Hopefully my slime still shows up. Alright, so he's not here. Now usually what I do is re-teleport. Which doesn't take very long at all, actually. Okay, I'm starting to think they show up in their place, but we'll do it one more. Oh, this shows up too. And sometimes you can just jump up and see it. They're pretty big fellas. Now you'll probably get it more frequently because, again, I've beaten the game, so maybe the spawns have changed a little bit. So in place of the slimes that would show up, I'm getting these guys, which are extremely important to grind, by the way, after you beat the game. As they allow you to take care of the Strength Ring, which is one of the best games after you beat the game. Because I would love to use it sooner. I thought about using Angelo, but then I kept reminding myself that we have a boss that takes away all the fun and rapidly takes away your boosts and stuff like that. And there kinda isn't a way to stop him. Sorta. There is a way to stop him, but it's very MP extensive to do it. Essentially, they're like certain abilities that stumble targets. I would say this is pretty useful too.
Hooray!
But that kind of takes too much time to individually keep repeatedly doing this, so.
Bye-bye.
So we're going to hit Magic Maze at the level we're currently on. Because we do have to simulate long fights and stuff like that. What's my next tier of armor? You probably could just go ahead and start graduating to the next tier of armor. Oh, that was stronger. No, we had Orb of Evasion. Yeah, we all could be running Illusionist Orbs. Well, some of us could. I probably have my priest running an Exorcist Orb, really. Orb of Enlightenment is essentially one of the best ones to get. Let's see, because we have to be cheap people to begin with. In the very beginning. And that's normal. I could settle running the Orb of Evasion. And that's probably where I stop it. The Illusionist Orb would be specially dedicated to, like, rough, I would say. Just to hit the extra deafness numbers. This would also count as a small means of raising your attack power by a random percentage, because again, deafness doesn't affect crit rate, so kind of important to have. We'll be grabbing this now, but Evasion Orb is kind of important because there were certain dodges that we have to do, and not having enough dodge number, which I'll show you right here, by the way. You actually can't dodge certain things because you don't have enough frames behind it. I think you can do it here. Improve dodging. And I would mention that everyone's dodge rate is different and stuff like that. Woo, boy, 5. Anyway, he has awful dodging. Maybe he's the only one that needs it. 16, 16, and 10. So they have better evasion to begin with. Maybe I'll keep that in mind. And these two can afford it. So she's got to run a evasion orb. He's got to run an well, he doesn't really run the evasion orb. He runs the witch orb, which is acquired by the achievement dude. Which I can go ahead and quickly secure some of the whatchamacallit, some extra money. Alright, one eye sculpture, of course. This is a pretty cute system, really.
Salutations.
Oh.
Happy hunting.
I get a bond stone from this dude. That's interesting. Alright, get my bond stone from him. What is something else we should be getting? The game is completed already. Right? Should be. We just saw the particular bosses that only show up because of that. I think we already went here already, but we have to go here again. And there's actually 2 bond stones we can get. You can get one from the trade shop, but there's also New Game Plus where you could just skip that. But you still kind of want to put it in the trade shop anyway, because it just keeps showing up. Yeah, you get one from him. We have to go a really long time before we have to worry about things like, whatchamacallit, the higher tier healing, which is definitely nerve-wracking. Oh, wow. Alright, that's also getting used to his rapid attack. That's gonna be one of the challenges. Alright, I can jump behind that. Probably a third hit, huh? Alright, let's go get that bond stone. But all that attacks were important. Battle would never rest. And for those who haven't seen the fast play, I'll show you real fast about why he was picked. Because there were other candidates. I was thinking Carver was going to be his replacement. But I feel like I want to give Ruff some purpose, because honestly, he was kind of ignored for the most part. And I just wanted to make him work. Otherwise it'd just be Carver punching and kicking all day, really. I mean, it gets the job done, absolutely. And that was a bond, so I just didn't press the button to actually, whatchamacallit. Look serious. And granted, Carver's a much more down-to-earth character. But hey, I wouldn't be afraid of switching out Ruff. I mean, sometimes things don't work, and we do need candidates. And Carver's an extremely easy character to use. He just punches and kicks and stuff like that. And his loadout wouldn't be not that much different, really. He would still carry the champion choker near endgame. He would still carry this, and Reckless, he might carry something other than Reckless, it depends. And if I couldn't get Socket Locket under the rare drop, I would probably switch Socket Locket with Reckless. Because this is a pretty rare job. I mean, it's a good place to get a whole bunch of these, really. And raise your proficiency. But that would just be the option. I just got really lucky with this. Probably, let's see, what will I replace this with? What would I replace it with? It'd probably be Gold Bracer, more than likely. Just having a little bit of extra block of defense is pretty useful. Not to mention, Carver can cover our bases if we get extremely lucky and get the, whatchamacallit, the Strength Ring. If we get it. The chance we might not get it, and he would actually stop using the Tough Guy tattoo right then and there, as the gameplay mode would be changed up. Okay, so we need to go and get this thing and get the other Bond Stone. That'd be a slight variation. I'd probably practice with both, really. Like I said, Carver's gameplay is pretty easy. There's going to be certain characters running certain items. And sometimes you can't just worry about evasion all the time. You just have to have enough of a dodge and pray that you can dodge the attack. Sometimes. I guess I should just let it play out anyway. Zoom! Also gotta take a look at Carver's contribution when it comes to, whatchamacallit. Let's see. Claws actually offers a pretty darn useful, proficiencies. That's another thing. And I think they're responsible for one of these. I want thick skin. Alright. I want to say claws might contribute to this, which is extremely important. I think without this, I don't think I have much of like no dodge at all to it. I think I just have nothing, right? No. That thing was the only thing I had, so that it just gives you a flat 5. And without it, I have no way of dodging. I might have to put a point into dodging. That's pretty funny. Just a little bit in dodging. Can't even learn, like, dodging. Okay. Let's do this. I wonder how much that increases it by. Oh, I just get one of these, huh? Well, at least I know how my loadout needs to look like. So how much this increases by, really? It's like to increase the evasion period after a successful evasion. Alright, there. so I have to compensate and get his dodging up immediately. Because before he flat out just didn't have anything. He was 0. And now, thanks to that, he has 5. Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. He's back to where he was before. And I think having 5 points is all great and dandy. I guess they don't need evasion either, right? I mean, I think after 10 points you can probably dodge all the stuff that you need to dodge, probably. She might be a little bit lacking, because I think she hit 5. There might be tiny investments when it comes to evasion. And I guess this was a very artful dodging. Just 5 points, that's all I need. So the warrior needs it, and the priest needs it. Now without that schizophrenia going, their dodge of essentially 11 and 11. Okay. Well, I was just talking about Ruff, but and Carver does show up. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, we have the extra speed because maybe Carver's power can make up for the speed that we'll be losing in some situations. And he's a character I'm pretty sure I don't have to switch out of too often. I mean, he kind of sort of just takes care of business. So we're gonna go change that up right now. And everyone was getting some type of boost. Alright. I know we were just talking about Ruff.
Well, hello. I knew you couldn't resist me.
I'm all yours.
Now, funny enough, after he does his tag trick, he gets a defensive buff, which is actually pretty neat.
Alright.
Don't be a stranger.
So let's see, what would he run? He too could run a meteorite bracer. Yeah, 2 points of attack. I bet that's a twin sword specific thing too. I guess there'll be some situations where I'll be switching between sword and shield and stuff like that, but can I really switch that often? More than likely I can't do that. Because it's nice that the sword shield eventually gets the ability to stop stuff. But you're really not going to use it too often. Not much to work with here, so I guess we'll just go for this. More MP, critical hits, thickness, and fighting dirty. I think that's the best one I could afford for him. I think I still have to allocate a lot of his skills. I guess I didn't put too much MP because I was thinking that I really wasn't gonna use him that often. Let's see, 33 and so he can reach those numbers, but honestly, that's like at the end of the game at that point. He's never gonna be healing himself ever. He's gonna be relying on people's heals. He might get this, but I guess it depends on how much... Yeah, how much evasion does he start off with? He may not even get meditation. I don't know why I put that there. Alright, go into Ash Reach and Take. So it already starts off at 5 by default. Honestly, just having the evasion is still critically important, I believe. Okay, time for a Magic Maze test. Let's see. Self-gun tattoo. Champion choker. Alright, so he's running reckless. I feel like I would have it on reckless. Because the prayer would be really nice to have. And Gold Bracer. We've already seen their dodging rate, so according to this, Carver has an okay dodging rate. Alright, Magic Maze time. And then all my other dungeons will start unlocking. Might do another speed run, but I'm gonna have the multiple files just set for, whatchamacallit. Multiple files set from a certain standpoint so I can just skip the tutorial stuff and essentially just skipping all the way up until where it matters, where it's like passes are. Is Carver decked out? I forget if he isn't. Alright, he's wearing the second optimal stuff, and let's see. Alright, let's see. So, hypothetically speaking, if she didn't get her gold ring, we're gonna just set up for, like, worst case scenarios, really. I believe that Lucky Dragon Wing is guaranteed, but it costs time to get it, so I don't know. We'll be cutting it pretty close here. That mechanical monocle might not show up, but that's all we got. Wouldn't run Bracer because she's flying all over the place. Now I can see myself running a gold ring, yeah. That's a bit more valuable to run. Titan mechanical monocle would be great to have. Titan. I think this is still good. The Reckless is just nice to have. We're not going to be using spells that much anyway, so Socket Lock is just like, it doesn't really cut it, really. And since we're running Tough Guy Tattoo, it's more favorable to run the Miracle Moon and just get your damage output like that. I'll get newer moves. Well, think about running Cesar since he can benefit from it. But having that Meteor Bracer is nice. You could get the Meteor Bracer too from off of the cats if you're super lucky. That's another thing that I forgot to mention. Or maybe I mentioned it, but I'm recorrecting myself. Alright. This is the attempt with Carver instead of Ruff. And with his punches and kicks, you can quit literally just do all you want to, really. You probably don't even have to switch, really. He just has everything under control. He's a pretty stable character. Because at this alone, that's one hell of a poke. Wasn't focusing on blocking. Like that, too. I almost feel like I'd never have to switch with this guy, too. Really, with him and a life ring can go a long way.
Let's go.
She might end up getting reckless too. How's my magic doing here? Okay. So you're still able to do this stuff. How much damage does my light attack do? Still 1 damage. Even with tough guy tattoo support. Let's talk about those damn bubbles. Oh good, that can mess me up. $50. Come on, come on, come on. Look at him go.
Leave it to me.
I just have to make sure every so often I try to make sure his MPs are covered quite nicely. So if one good group is all it takes for him to get all his MP back. I know you see people do this a lot, but and it is quick to react out of it if you see someone coming after you. But this is overall safer. As you're able to just block behind that. I forgot how slow this is when you're just a regular person. And you do get a mini medal for doing your first first dimensional dungeon. Might practice fighting the devastating Dragon Lord with Carver then. With Tough Guy Tattoo support, it shouldn't be too hard. It's just having to meet her beforehand. Oh boy. We're gonna see the full power of this mage now.
Let's go.
Just wanted to some of the whatchamacallit dudes. Probably just kill these in one hit, right? Yeah, I wanted to save it for you.
Here we go.
Well, you guys are gonna block anyway, so 2000 is quite the jump. Gonna take care of you.
I can't wait a moment longer.
I'm just popping it early because the big, most of the main monsters are gone now.
I'm hot stuff.
Now it's just the stragglers at this point. If I had a better AoE, I'd probably go after them. There's one left. Oh joy. In this corner. Powerful move, but very dangerous. Gotta be very mindful about your surroundings before pulling a move off like that. But the other one is safer because you can move your position. Oh, good. I mean, the only problem is that we don't have the ability to flap in the air and hit him in the face. That's the only issue we have. Even though Dancing Dragon could probably do it. Oh, he hit me. I guess I'm going down.
I'm hot stuff, huh? Look at them unlocked.
Good thing he's still keeping up. I forgot, there's more enemies that show up. Oh, blocking in reverse does cause that to happen. Oh, that was from whatchamacallit. What is that thing called again? That wasn't good. Two of them are down. Maybe that's what I'll carry for his emergency item.
Let's go. Up and at 'em. What are you doing? Get up!
Damn monkey hit me. Alright, let's see how many targets we can hit with that once. There's also that too. Whew, okay. I gotta take a look at his accessories again. There's actually another emergency item we'll have to carry if he's gonna run something as dangerous as not having MP recovery at all times. Of course, there's also saving the tough guy tattoo for later. Like, he can always implement it later and not right away. In the beginning, we probably can't really use it too much. And he's a mage, he's gonna always be doing some spectacular damage. What will be the other alternative item? Let's see. And how much does it cost? The only other alternative item he would get, and it's one of those niche picks, by the way, is a Block-It Locket, which increases the chances of a revive. And I can afford a prayer ring. Actually, screw that. I'm gonna afford a prayer ring because that you can go. Well, it's so easy to get, by the way. I would get it here, but it's so incredibly easy to get. Straight things. The Kevlar is more of a pain in the butt to get. Heck, you can get whatchamacallit. You can get Meteorite Bracer, Block-It Locket, and all that stuff all in one go if you wanted to be that person. Let's see. We have more money. Alright, there's also riding for money. Which you'd think everything would be the case. Domain of the dead. I kind of want to see the percentage behind, whatchamacallit. The Adventures area, I think, is a versus map only type of thing. Wow, it's almost been an hour already. And I haven't even used Ruff yet. And he was supposed to be the character I'm supposed to learn. Or relearn. The Carver's so easy though, as you saw. It really is just a matter of just, well, holding your ground, punching and kicking and dodging if you need to. As opposed to Ruff at just running around and attacking, and there are some situations where his running will coming around, but we need someone who could be ready at all times. Every time. And Ruff isn't bothered, and Ruff can do things that Carver can't, which is get out of a certain situation that would cause a person to continuously be stuck in a battle loop. Maya can technically do that too. She just has to be ready to fly out of there when it does happen. But it's annoying that some of her abilities do rise her up a little bit, and that's like the only issue. You kind of have to just be mindful to stay on the ground if you want to keep consistent damage. And dropping defense is so important. It goes without saying. Now I might check the risk and war behind Power Cut because it has just some of the niche reasons for it to be useful. Very niche. And Carver's kit really does depend on a few factors. It depends on if he's going to be getting his hands on, actually, what would I run instead? Well, if Tough Guy Tattoo really wasn't going to be what he was going to be doing, even though we do need it for the extra damage output, it would be the Socket Locket, but that was acquired randomly, and I think that costs a lot too to get. We just have to have our certain emergency item, and this is acquired near the end of the game. Like, he's definitely carrying a bracer. You have all the characters out there he has to absolutely carry. I just realized I have to switch him out. We're still gonna try to tough it out with our Tough Guy Tattoo.
Well, hello.
There's two guys that will be doing that. Let's see.
I'm all yours. All right, let's get to it.
That's wrong.
I'll soon sniff those baddies out.
Wow, what was my team again?
I knew you couldn't resist me. Don't be a stranger.
Alright! Champion Choker. I don't know how viable a Gold Bracer might be on him. Honestly, it depends. But we know we can get two Tough Guy Tattoos. It has a high drop chance of getting it. It'll be a tough decision between, well, a not so tough decision between Ruff and Carver. Because Maya's going to be put into double time, expecting to survive certain things. and punching and kicking can go such a far away. You might not see me tag tricking too much, but I still need to do it anyway to meet certain thresholds. Certain reward thresholds. To buy my stuff. If that's even necessary to begin with. But you only have to do it once anyway. You kind of want to get the first... whatchamacallit. Alright, there's so many things I could cut out speed run. I mean, we could go based on what the game gives me. But then not. I'll save rough for another video. Yeah, I'll save it for another part of the video.
Well, let us pray.
Besides, I want to get ready for, I want to get ready for Wednesday. When it pops up.